But it's better than this.
No, I kind of like this.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's nice and
I just feel...
confined.
No, for the first time in my life, I feel too tall. You know? Normally I feel a regular amount of height.
Not the first time in my life.
I'm shocked.
Maybe I just do this.
Yeah. I feel like that's going to get real annoying real quick. I can see... I'll have to bump up my audio a little bit, but it's being picked up. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, I'm on the Eli track.
Ooh.
That's okay.
We'll just really accentuate our bad posture this episode.
Yeah, I'm absolutely not accentuating my bad posture.
How you doing?
That's how you want to start?
Yeah.
All right.
Things start with hello. What
Okay.
are you talking about?
Well, I know, but I feel like you would want to introduce the audience to the space, but I'm good. How are you?
I wanted to say hi to you first.
Okay.
Then we can.
I mean, we said hello when I walked in the door, but that's.
This is different. This is the
It
more
would be very
formal
funny if
we don't.
on the day that we've shot these, I just came in the door and we were silent.
I just
we
as
set
soon as I hear
everything
the
up.
buzzer, I unlock the door. Next time.
No talking.
Uh,
No eye contact.
Yeah.
Bob Dylan rules.
okay. We'll do that next
I
time.
would hate that. I would genuinely hate that so much.
It would.
Welcome back to the Big Cat Comedy Podcast, episode 2. We have successfully made another episode of this.
We're official, I guess.
Yeah.
Not professional.
What percentage of podcasts do you think after the first episode never get a second one? Or just never have a second one?
What percentage?
Yeah. I feel like it's got to be a pretty high hit rate, especially amongst men in their early 20s.
Yeah, that's a whole different question.
Mm-hmm. Like if it's corporate sponsored, like you're going to get like your season amount. But
Right.
if it's just two dudes talking into microphones, I feel like there's got to be a high percentage that like within the first 5.
Right.
Stop.
That's what I think it is within
Yeah.
the first 5.
Okay.
I think it's close to 15%.
Okay. I was going to say 30.
30%
30. 3 out of 10.
are quitters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not necessarily quitters, but like, it's not. I haven't been on Joe Rogan yet, so it's not working
It's not
out.
booming.
Yeah. Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
3 out of 10 people.
I think that's a generous guess. Like
The-
like
the
that's like
15% is.
I think that's
so
a conservative
lowballing.
guess. Yeah. I think
Okay.
it's got to be somewhere between 15 and 30.
All right. Hopefully somebody has those numbers because I'm not.
Yeah,
gonna look 'em up.
hopefully the Bureau of Podcasts is keeping track
For
of all of these
specifically the
things.
demographic of white guys in their 20s.
Yeah, something like that.
Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah. I'm Harry James Miller,
And I'm Neil Van Cleet.
and this is Big Cat Comedy, a serious podcast.
Very serious podcast.
A very serious podcast.
Do you know what? When this video comes out, it's going to be National Pie Day. So happy
Oh,
National
it will
Pie
be.
Day,
Happy
Harry.
National Pie Day. And today is National Mario Day.
Is it really?
Because it's March 10th. So it's
Oh.
MAR10. So you gotta say hi
Two
to
great
Mario
days.
today. Yeah, honestly. I didn't realize it was going to be Pie Day so soon.
I know.
It snuck up on me.
It does sneak up. It does. What are your big plans for Pie Day?
I have work. I'm
Okay.
uploading this video, and I'll be uploading a video on my own channel. So
Okay.
be sure to check that out.
Hmm?
And then I'll probably go to the bodega and get one of those little mini pies.
The boxed pies.
Yeah.
Don't you live kind of close to that one pie shop that we like?
Do I? I don't know. I know that the grocery store near me sells good pies, but so maybe I'll get a real pie.
There you go.
The pie shop that I really like is the one that's downtown near the place that we help those guys move. You
Right.
know-
That's not. That's Hell's Kitchen.
Oh, I mean, compared to where I live, that is downtown.
That's true. But like you also work in the theater district,
Yeah.
so I mean, Hell's Kitchen
Oh,
is
that's true. So I could definitely go and get a pie that
right,
day.
like a for real good pie.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, thank you for the insight.
Yeah, no problem. I'm a little jealous actually.
Do you have any big pie day plans?
I plan on getting a pie,
Mhm.
getting my hands on a pie.
Uh-huh. That doesn't shock me at all.
Don't know how,
But
I'll get my hands on a pie.
okay.
If I have to make it, we'll see. We'll see.
Other ways.
Yeah.
Speaking of the theater district,
Yeah.
did you see the big casting news this week?
No.
So, James Monroe Iglehart is leaving Chicago.
Okay.
Because that he was only going to be there for a certain amount of time.
Got it.
And here's the headline: Broadway's Tony Award-winning, record-breaking hit musical Chicago welcomes actress and activist Pamela Anderson, making her Broadway debut in the role of Roxy Hart.
I did see that.
I'm glad that stunt casting is back in a big way. That's my big takeaway. It's like, all right, Broadway has officially made its comeback because we're doing stunt casting again. I don't think she's gonna do a bad job.
No, she's a performer.
Yeah, I think she's gonna do fine.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be anything to write home about. But
and it's Chicago. Like, people are gonna go see Chicago.
Chicago is one of those shows where, like, you don't really need to be a good actor necessarily.
You don't even need to have a star in the show.
No, I mean it's just an institution at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I do think that she will have a lot of fun, and I'm happy for her for that.
I'm happy for her too. I know I'm pretty sure she wasn't thrilled with Pam and Tommy.
Yeah, I saw some articles talking about that, how she felt she was unfairly portrayed, which is kind of funny to do in, like, because my understanding, having not seen it, was that it was about, like, how the release of that sex tape affected their personal and professional lives, and, like, how it was unfair to her. And so to have her be like, this wasn't fair to me, is like, okay, either they really just, like, over dramatized it and didn't actually tell what actually happened and she's upset about that, or they were just mean.
And Hollywood's never mean.
Yeah, no. I'm hoping it was the former, where they were like more interested in telling a compelling narrative than telling the actual events of what happened, which is not the greatest thing to do about the lives of real people who are still living.
Right.
But I would prefer that to them just being like, so we're going to make the show.
Yeah.
And fuck the main character in real life, huh? I don't like her one bit, so we're going to be mean to her.
I know she was slighted in nearly every way.
Yeah. So we're going to bully her.
So we're going to make sure she's slighted.
Yeah. That was the big Broadway news I wanted to talk about.
All right.
Also, I was on the train when it got announced today. Overwatch 2 PvP beta coming at the end of April.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're going to be busy end of April.
Oh, yeah, I will be. I am a little bit shocked just because it's been so long since we've gotten Overwatch 2 news. They literally in the tweet included, now it has been 0 days since the last Overwatch 2 update. And I feel like that game was announced in like 2019. So it's been years of just like ups and downs, and maybe something's happened. No, is it maybe? No. But
and Blizzard's kind of going through it.
Yeah, that's a whole other can of worms.
Yeah.
I feel bad for a lot of the lower level employees who are like trying to unionize and make their workplace a better place to work. I very much support them in their endeavors to do so, but yeah, I'm glad that there's finally an update and it's like, hey, you could play the game now. Even if it only is just for a little bit.
Yeah.
You'll get to play the game. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun.
I'm most interested to see how 5v5 changes things.
Right, because that is a
especially
big
as
change. Yeah.
someone who plays tank.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a shakeup.
it's a big one. It's
But
a big one.
I'm excited about it.
And people are gonna play the game. I mean,
Yeah, I mean with that, and Microsoft owns Activision Blizzard now, so they'll probably push that product a little bit more.
Yep.
And the Overwatch League starts the 5th of May.
all right.
So that's nearly at the end of April.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it'll be, you know, a bunch of people talking about the game, and hopefully the beta goes well. Hopefully it's better than the first Blood Bowl beta. Because that was a mess.
It was a mess, yeah. They have a way bigger team, though.
Oh, for sure.
Like,
For sure. Undoubtedly. They've got a bigger team.
and they've actually pushed it off and have been really, like, no offense to the Blood Bowl team, but the people over at Overwatch are definitely putting in more. Like pushing it off, and I know the Blood Bowl has been pushing it off too. But
there's a certain level of polish that comes with anything Blizzard releases.
Right.
And I can't say the same for, is it Cyanide Studios or is it a different company now?
They sold it, so it's not.
Okay. Well.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. Do you want to talk about your big Russell Wilson news?
No.
All right.
It's still fresh. I don't want to. I'll just say I'm happy about it.
Okay.
I'm pretty happy about it.
Okay.
I like him.
Mm-hmm. Von Miller's hinting that he's going to go back to Denver.
He loves it there.
I would find it so funny if he was like, yeah, I'm going to leave, win a championship, and then, oh, Denver's going to be good again? All right, let me go back.
That, and he, like, all his friends are in Denver.
Mm-hmm.
So, like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's going to be a decent year for the Denver Broncos. It just means the AFC West is quarterback heavy.
Yeah, Derek Carr is going to be the best quarterback ever to be the worst quarterback in a division.
Yeah. And I wish I could say I felt bad for him, but
who knows? Maybe this will make the Raiders trade for someone.
maybe
Brady comes out of retirement and goes to Oakland.
it
or
would be
to
very much
Vegas.
like the Raiders to now pick up Deshaun Watson.
Oh, yeah. That's
such a Las Vegas Raiders move.
like a scumbag piece of shit thing to do.
Because that's what they did with Antonio Brown.
Uh-huh.
Was it Antonio Brown that they picked up?
I don't remember. That sounds right. It sounds like something the Oakland Raiders would do.
I think it was him. There was some wide receiver that did something scummy.
Mm-hmm.
And so his team fired him. And then the Raiders immediately picked him up.
Okay. I don't think it was Antonio Brown, but I do.
It was some scummy, and I'm pretty sure it was a receiver.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I hadn't even thought that they could do that.
Yeah, I know.
Just because I'm assuming that Deshaun
should be
Watson is
done.
never going to play
He should never
in the
play.
same way that what's his name? Trevor Bauer should never play baseball again.
Exactly. But I don't want to linger too long on sports. This
No.
is not a sports podcast.
Okay.
This is a serious podcast.
I mean,
and sports are a laughing matter.
That is true. They are not a serious thing at all.
Exactly. What'd you do this week? This past week?
This past week, I've been at work.
Mm-hmm.
Been working on the new video. Played some video games. Played some Breath of the Wild.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun. I watched The Batman with you.
Yeah, we did see the
that
Batman.
was great.
It was good. What did you like about it?
I mostly just like the vibes. I thought that like the story I thought was good, having it mostly be Batman's trying to figure this stuff out. He's trying to solve these little riddles, and he's gonna have to punch some goons to get to where he's got to go.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
It's not just the Riddler's being mysterious.
Uh-huh.
It's like
there's the Riddler,
God.
and there's Falcone, and there's the Penguin, and there's the Black Cat, and there's Commissioner Gordon and all the police guys, and there's just so much happening.
And it's all linked, but it's also not.
Yeah, and there's like an election that's going on.
Yeah.
And Gotham City is very much New York,
Yeah.
which I appreciate. I don't think that Gotham is Chicago.
And they didn't even try to hide it.
No, freaking Gotham Square Park. That's so
Gotham Square Garden.
You're right. Gotham Square Garden. Yeah, that was so fun. I was like, all right,
Hey.
Gotham is New York.
Yeah.
It's not even called New York Square Garden.
I also loved what Bruce Wayne's place looked like.
The mansion or the cave?
The mansion.
Okay.
How it was so gothic.
Uh-huh.
Just over and dark.
Yeah.
There's not
very
a light
dimly
in that house.
lit. Yeah.
Alfred walks around with a candlestick.
In his little floppy nightcap and gown going, Master Wayne.
I thought the vibes of this movie were
immaculate.
Yeah.
Matt Reeves nailed it.
Oh, yeah. I like that they didn't take it too, like, it's still kind of serious.
Uh-huh.
Like, it exists within the world very well.
Yeah. I couldn't agree more.
But did you hear of, in Texas, in the Austin area, somebody released a bat while they were showing the Batman?
No.
As a prank. Some
hoodlum.
Some hoodlum brought in a bat.
Okay. Why?
As a prank. It's a prank, man.
I feel bad for the bat.
Yeah, the bat definitely
Didn't want to be there.
bad portrayal of bats in that movie.
Uh-huh.
According to the bat.
Uh-huh.
It's in the article.
Oh,
actually.
it is? Okay.
But like they had to call animal control.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the theater managers or something said, if you're not cool with being in a theater with a bat, leave now. But I'm going to turn off all the lights except for this one spot so we can move the bat to this one light spot.
Oh.
But
did that work?
They caught the bat.
Okay.
And most of the people, like, they offered all of the people refunds.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them didn't take it. They just wanted to watch the movie.
Can we just pause it and come back to it?
Which I thought was, everybody's like, it's a bat. But also in the Austin area bats are known to have rabies.
Oh. Okay. So did the person who brought the bat in contract rabies?
I don't know. And I
Okay.
don't know if it was a rabid bat, but they were
Mhm.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
Austin area bats are famous for their rabies. And some dude just let it out.
Uh-huh. Or really, I think he let it in.
He did let it in.
He let it into the theater.
But a great way to celebrate watching the Batman.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And that's a little worse than our interruption at the movie theater.
I would say I would rather have a bat than have numerous people walk down the aisles with the flashlights on their camera pointing at us and the seats. Like I'm a huge like theater etiquette person, whether it is Broadway, off Broadway, whether it's like a live show or a movie. I try to do as little as possible to disturb any people around me.
Yeah.
I get that like people are gonna have snacks. Yeah.
And
People are gonna
sometimes
have
you
drinks.
really got to go.
Sometimes you have to go, whether it's like you just gotta pee. I really had to pee at the end of the Batman. It's a long movie.
I understand. If you got to go.
You got to do the duck and run though, where you get low, so you cover up like maybe the bottom third of the screen, and you move quickly. You don't turn the flash on your phone, especially if you're leaving your seat. You know you're heading towards the aisle, and regardless of which way you go, you will reach the aisle, and you'll know when you're there. So you don't need your flashlight on to do that.
But this person took the longest way out and shined their flashlight in every single person's eye. Like, it was intentional.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was. But it sure felt that way.
I flipped them off when they were turning
Yeah,
their back
I
to
saw
me.
you because I was leaning back the whole movie.
Uh-huh.
And you couldn't.
I was leaning forward because I got a lump on my rump.
So I saw you reacting, going,
I went, this? when they saw me, because I feel like that's a perfectly appropriate thing to do to somebody, is go,
100%.
what the hell?
Yeah.
And then when their back was turned, I went, fuck you.
And then the fight after the movie.
Truly blows my mind.
It wasn't it was an argument.
Yeah,
but
the people yelling at each other, I don't understand at all. Because my understanding of it was, it was between the person who was doing the flashlighting and one of the people who was sitting next to us.
Uh-huh.
And the person sitting next to us had taken their shoes off during the movie and had them on the floor. Which,
Yeah,
like, you know, I'm not going to personally do that. But I think that's, like, as long as you don't, like, start rubbing your feet on shit.
That, and as long as they don't stink. If your feet smell bad, put the shoes back.
Yeah. But I didn't
smell any
I didn't smell
feet.
any stink at all. So if you just, you want to take your shoes off, we're in the theater with the reclining seats.
Right. You want to be comfy.
Yeah. You're going to be a little extra comfy there. If you're going to take your shoes off, I think that's okay. I don't think that someone should berate you, take pictures of you. What are they going to do? Show it to the police?
Yeah.
Say this person took their shoes off in the theater? That's allowed.
Right.
That's not a crime. I checked. And then they started dropping ableist slurs, and that was like, all right.
Yeah.
You are clearly the antagonist here.
Uh-huh.
You, like, for sure were to begin this argument, but now you're just a garbage
way in the
person.
wrong. Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as that happened, I couldn't believe it. I was shocked.
After that, I could understand hey, you're an asshole for doing that.
Yeah.
And then going, F you.
Uh-huh.
You got whatever. That's about as far as it should go, though.
Yeah.
Just, hey, you're a real asshole.
Well, they were. So.
Yeah. Which, yeah, they were very much the asshole. But yeah, not as bad as a bat in the theater, but
no.
kind of batty.
Yeah. Especially because they did it, like, during the climax of the movie.
Yeah, that's
really
what
pissed
sucked.
me off.
Yeah.
If they would have done it, like, halfway through while Batman's still just beating up goons and solving crimes.
Yeah.
That's, like, okay.
Yeah, I'll see
Yeah.
Batman fight again.
Yeah. I know more things are going to happen. Surely. That movie moves at a breakneck speed. It is the opposite.
And it's still so long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the opposite of Power of the Dog. Power of the Dog goes, okay, we're going to go real slow.
Mm-hmm.
Bink.
Speaking of Power of the Dog, have you seen what Sam Elliott has said about Power of the Dog?
I haven't. I've seen headlines, but I haven't seen his official. I don't want to just look at the headlines and say that's what he thinks.
So one of the main things he's mad about
Mm-hmm.
is that somebody from New Zealand, or no, it was filmed in New Zealand.
Mm-hmm.
And he's mad because New Zealand looks nothing like the West, let alone Montana,
Okay.
where the setting of the Power of the Dog is.
Uh-huh. I have never been to Montana, but I disagree.
Right. I guess I've never been to Montana either.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was watching it, I didn't think, oh, that's New Zealand.
Yeah, I didn't see a bunch of Kiwis walking around.
Yeah. I wasn't looking at, there's the rugby team. There's the national rugby team.
Uh-huh.
This takes me out
there's
of it.
Taika Waititi going,
Yeah.
hey, everybody.
So I think that's just a bit ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said, all these cowboys taking their shirts off, that's not what a Western is at all.
How they're clothed most of the time.
Most of the time. Yeah.
So he thinks cowboys should be clothed all the time? What if they got to take a
so.
cowboy
I mean,
bath?
he's definitely being homophobic.
Okay. Is that his angle? Or is he just being misogynistic because it was directed by a woman?
I think that too. I think there's
layers.
layers of just, oh, yikes.
Uh-huh. Okay.
But I really sat down and thought about it.
Mm-hmm.
And been like, okay, like,
do cowboys take their shirts off?
or just like, is being a cowboy gay?
Okay.
And I think it's one of the gayest things you can be.
Uh-huh. I mean, especially if you're a rhinestone cowboy.
Exactly. But like, okay, so cowboys are dressed to the nines in leather.
Okay, you have a list of why
Yeah.
being a cowboy is gay. All right. Okay.
They're dressed to the nines in leather.
Uh-huh.
That with other men
Uh-huh.
also covered in leather.
Uh-huh.
Not whips, but whips with a hoop on the end.
Uh-huh.
And you do fancy tricks with these whips with hoops on the end.
Uh-huh.
They're good with ropes.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So I guess maybe being a cowboy isn't necessarily gay, but it sure is sexy.
It's kinky. It's kinky as all get out.
And then you're mounted on a large, very muscular creature.
Uh-huh.
And
I think that just being a cowboy is just like, there's so much eroticism built into the occupation
yeah.
that if you have a movie about a bunch of dudes doing it, at least one of them is bound to be gay.
That's just
I
statistics.
think that's, yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's no getting around that. And in this case, it's the main cowboy.
Yeah. I really like The Power of the Dog.
I thought it was really good too. Do you want to say your line about Benedict Cumberbatch that you say whenever anyone brings this movie up?
Sure, I think he plays a different character. He's usually cerebral.
Uh-huh.
Very cerebral.
Uh-huh.
And this one, he's not so much.
He's not so much.
And I think he did a good job. It was
I agree.
refreshing.
Yeah. Which I know it was nominated for Best Picture, Adapted Screenplay, and Cumberbatch, Jesse Plemons, and Kirsten Dunst got nominations. But it got 10 nominations if I'm correct.
Didn't the younger boy also get nominated?
For supporting actor? I think that's very possible. Let me...
I guess I shouldn't call him a younger boy. He's not.
Well, he's younger than everyone else in it.
Yeah.
List of accolades received by Power of the Dog. Oh, it was nominated for a bunch of Golden Globes. Okay. Here's the Academy Awards. Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor. Yes. Cody Smith-McPhee, an Australian actor, was nominated for Best Supporting Actor.
Mm-hmm.
Kirsten Dunst for Supporting Actress. Adapted Screenplay, Cinematography, Film Editing, Original Score, Production Design, and Sound Design.
That's funny because we just talked to somebody the other day who said the editing was sloppy, they felt.
Well, I didn't value that person's opinion very much. So as soon as they said they didn't like it and they were like, yeah, it was boring. I was like, okay, so you just don't like that kind of movie.
Right.
You definitely like things that move quickly.
Lots of lights.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think The Power of the Dog did great at establishing an aesthetic and rolling with it.
Mm-hmm.
And it still felt like a Western.
Yeah, undoubtedly.
But it added more layers to a Western. Like, I think it's so refreshing in that genre.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Yeah, I thought it was great. Do you think it will win Best Picture? Not, is it your pick for Best Picture?
Right.
Do you think it will win?
I'm trying to think. The thing is, Licorice Pizza might.
Yeah.
Because it's just so Oscar baity.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes me sad because that's...
Your least favorite of the movies you've seen.
Yeah. I know you're going to be upset about this, but I just don't think West Side will
I
win.
don't think it will win either. It is my favorite movie that came out last year,
Right.
but I don't think it will win either.
Yeah. And I don't think Power of the Dog will win either because it's too stylized.
Mm-hmm. I think Licorice Pizza is a safe guess for what will win. Oh, camera's off. Yeah, I think Licorice Pizza is a safe bet for what is going to win.
What else is nominated for Best Picture?
Belfast, which I feel like just too few people have seen.
Yeah. Not enough campaigning for it.
Yeah.
Which is the other thing about the Oscars is like, it really isn't what is the best film of the year. It's what campaigned the best.
Yeah. Who had the most lunches where you could take a picture with the star and
Right.
blah, blah, blah.
Which is the same for all award shows.
Mm-hmm.
Disappointing.
Yeah. Coda, which I have not seen.
That's the one I know the least about.
It is a English remake of a French film.
All right.
And I know a coda is a hearing person in a deaf family.
Right.
So that's my knowledge of it. Don't Look Up by the Adam McKay movie.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Okay.
I've heard that it's pretty MSNBC friendly.
All right. All right. We just watched a movie produced by Adam McKay and casted by Adam McKay last night called Fresh.
Okay.
It has Sebastian Stan in it,
Uh-huh.
and it's a horror. It was fun. It was a really fun movie.
Yeah.
It's on Hulu right now.
What's it about other than Sebastian Stan being scared?
So Sebastian Stan is the antagonist,
Oh, okay.
and I don't want to give away the big.
Yeah.
He's a doctor, and
Okay.
it's about modern dating.
Okay.
And
it's called Fresh.
it's called Fresh.
Interesting.
It's a fun horror movie.
Okay.
I don't think it's like breaking any new ground anywhere, but
it's fun.
yeah,
And that's okay.
yeah, it's fun.
Okay. Dune.
I like Dune.
I don't think Dune is going to win Best Picture.
Absolutely not.
It's going to win. I think Dune is going to win Best Editing.
It did have,
Because putting that
and maybe even cinematography.
all the effects stuff.
The effects definitely
looks so good.
Yeah. Watching it, you're like, why do some movies look so far behind this?
Yeah. I like, especially like seeing the end of Shang-Chi,
Yeah.
where it's like just a lot of gray and it still doesn't look great. And then Dune is like, we're going to do high contrast.
And everything's like black or brown.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy how good that movie looks.
Yeah. It looks really, really good. And like, Marvel has a big budget.
They have the biggest budget.
So it's not like they don't have the money to afford the same thing as Dune.
No.
Yeah. I like Dune.
I like Dune
Definitely
as well.
won't Best Picture.
No, I don't think so either. King Richard with Will Smith. I don't think it'll win Best Picture, but it could.
But Will Smith might win Best Actor.
Uh-huh.
Just as a, hey, you've done pretty good
You've
thus
done
far.
a lot of movies.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. Licorice Pizza,
Uh-huh.
Nightmare Alley.
Okay. I don't think that'll win.
No.
No.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, it just feels like each act is so separated,
Uh-huh.
and it's really slow moving. I guess Power of the Dog is also pretty slow moving,
Uh-huh.
but Nightmare
there's
Alley,
there's definitely like a palpable tension in
Yeah.
the slowness of
yeah,
Power
and
of
it
the Dog.
builds up. Nightmare Alley was fine.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to say about that.
Power of the Dog and West Side Story.
Okay. I still think Licorice Pizza.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe Coda.
Uh-huh.
But
I mean, I haven't
seen
seen it,
Yeah.
so don't know.
Yeah,
I think I would be the most surprised if Dune won.
yeah. I agree.
Just because that feels like the most, like, Oscars... Or maybe not, because that's... Of those movies, I'd say that's the most, like, popular one.
It's the most popular and but it's also the most blockbuster
Yeah.
movie. And that's what the Oscars
Don't
are definitely
like.
not about.
But I don't know. If it's Licorice Pizza, then I'll have to watch it. I mean, I'm trying to see all of
of them.
those movies before the award ceremony, but
Uh-huh.
I might not get to it.
That's fair. It is coming up, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's not this coming Sunday, but the next one. Or maybe it's the next one. I have no way of looking it up, so I don't know.
Right.
Will be held on March 27th. So yeah,
Okay.
next Sunday.
Got it. Do you have anything else for me?
To talk about?
Yeah. Because I still got a couple things.
Okay, well then you can say your couple of things. I have one other thing that I wanted to talk to you about.
Okay.
But you can go first.
So the other thing was, have you heard of these spiders that are set to take over the eastern seaboard?
No.
No? So
That's where we live.
Yeah. I know. That's why it's so important. This is a serious podcast, Harry.
You're right. I
And
forget.
spiders are set to take over the eastern seaboard where we live.
That.
So these spiders are about the size of a child's hand.
And they're gonna take over.
So that's first thing, the size of a child's hand, okay? They're also venomous.
Oh, okay. Now I'm scared.
Oh, just you wait.
Okay.
They're also going to fly here. They're going to
They-
paratrooper in. Not even kidding. These spiders are famous for what's called ballooning, which is they're paratrooper spiders. And they can live
Jesus Christ.
yeah. They can live the reason they're going to just dominate the spider market of ecosystems is they can live in cold climates longer than other spiders.
Oh, okay. Well.
And the fact that they're just going to balloon right over here, also not great. But the venomous thing, I left a part out.
Okay.
Their teeth are so small that they can't, it said they usually can't penetrate human skin.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So we're a little safer. But a spider the size of a child's hand. Yeah, I love how the article said, mostly.
So some people are definitely gonna get attacked and venomed by these spiders.
Yeah.
Is venom the one where they like inject it into you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I try to keep venomous and poisonous straight in my brain.
Right. No, they are venomous.
Okay.
Yeah. But
well,
yeah, here comes these huge
when
paratrooper spiders.
When are they scheduled to arrive? Do they have a? Is there a Google Calendar I can get on with these spiders just to know when to expect them, know when to wear only long sleeves and long pants?
It just says like soon.
That's ominous.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And this is from an informative article. Just saying, I don't know.
But also
Sometime.
the article was like, "Hey, they're not all bad, okay?"
What do you mean they're not all
sound
bad?
terrible.
The giant venomous
And look how
spiders.
colorful they are.
Oh, that's kind of dope.
But also, like they're letting you know they're like,
I am.
we are the
a
stormtroopers.
spooky dude. Damn.
But like the article's like they could do some good, like be food for some things. It's like
For who?
like yeah, they could be like
For the giant rats that live in New York.
yeah. I saw on a trash can the other day when I was at the Natural History Museum. Said, "Let's keep New York trash free and rat free." I said, "Why? Why take the rats out of New York? That's half of the charm."
I was gonna say also, let's keep New York rat free. Buddy. New York has not been rat free, I don't think ever.
Right. So yeah, now we're gonna have giant rats, and the rats are gonna get more giant because of these giant paratrooper venomous spiders.
Okay. Good to know.
Also, it said that the teeth aren't big enough for pets either. So like
Okay.
pets and humans are
Okay.
mostly safe.
Okay. That's scary.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is. It's very scary.
Jeez.
So just be ready. Like,
I don't even know how you prepare for a spider invasion.
I don't know either.
Is this the viral marketing for Across the Spider-Verse?
This is the next wave of COVID. They said the virus didn't do enough. We're sending spiders
We're
now.
sending venomous spiders. Jesus Christ. What if the spiders get COVID?
I don't know. I don't know.
I always, whenever they're like 6 lions at the zoo tested positive, how off are they like regularly testing the animals for COVID?
Swab a lion nose.
Yeah, are they like going through the poop? Because you can detect COVID in the poop. Are they doing
Maybe.
that? Are they asking them, hey,
I mean,
do you still have your sense of smell and taste?
they are monitoring the animals
For
24/7, right? So when you could tell when an animal starts to feel unwell. And because COVID was such a big breakout, they probably tested it.
I guess
then.
that makes sense. I just always find it so funny when they're like, yeah, the lions got COVID. And I'm like, I hope the lions are okay. How the fuck did you know the lions got COVID? Doesn't make any damn sense.
All right, let's get all the animals through this COVID testing line.
A bunch of like all of the animals from the Bronx Zoo lined up outside of a city MD, just going, I gotta be here.
That
Part of my work.
Or the zoo was a testing site, and they're like, well, we got
Oh,
leftovers. Might as well test
Might as
the
well.
animals, you know? Come here, monkey. But those are the big things I had to talk about. Let's go to yours.
Okay. The other thing, this is shifting topics entirely.
Okay.
Uh,
I'm glad to get away from the subject of giant
I don't
spider
think we're
takeover.
not heading in a positive direction.
Okay. Well,
Um,
this is the nightmare episode already.
guess so.
Episode 2.
there's going to be a new opera at John Jay College called Emmett Till.
Okay.
You're familiar with Emmett Till, the 14-year-old boy who was lynched.
Yes.
Um,
Also familiar with John Jay College, which is a
Criminal Justice
yeah.
College. I think that's why it's premiering there.
Oh.
Yeah, it is about a 14-year-old boy who was lynched, and his mother had the casket be open at his funeral, which was the first time that a lot of people saw the actual aftermath of a lynching and didn't just see it as text in a newspaper, and that's why it was part of the reason why it was so big and why it helped change the conversation around civil rights and stuff. So in the opera, this is reading directly from the Playbill.com article.
Okay.
The story is approached through the lens of Roanne Taylor, a young white woman who teaches high school science in Drew, Mississippi. Roanne is against Jim Crow laws, segregation, and racial inequality she sees around her, but remains silent. She is the opera's only fictional character and represents what Martin Luther King Jr. called the ultimate tragedy, quote, the silence of good people. So they're taking the story of a young black teen who was murdered and centering it around a fictional white lady.
Yeah, they invented a white woman
Yeah.
to tell this story.
To
wow.
tell the story.
You know, that's just so American.
Yeah. And a quote from the librettist, who is also a white woman. Emmett Till was murdered not far upriver from where I was a junior at Louisiana State University in Baton Rouge. No one in my largely white world would talk about what happened. A child brutally tortured and lynched, the breakdown of justice. White supremacy and Jim Crow ruled. Over the years, the pain of Emmett's murder continued to plague my heart. In 1992, I awoke one morning with a spiritual mandate to write a play about Emmett Till. I approached writing about him through my conviction that this tragedy is shared in the way that the tragic history of this country is shared. So it feels like it's just a lot of white guilt that she has is what compelled her to write this story about a different white woman who's not a real person.
Right.
Who also feels bad.
Right.
You're not saying you're not allowed to feel bad when someone is murdered.
Yeah, and you should totally be angry about that.
Yeah. But
that
you don't need to
historical thing that
center yourself
Yeah.
in that story.
Yeah. Tell the story.
Yeah.
It's plenty telling.
Yeah.
I think it reveals more than enough.
Yeah. In very obvious ways.
Yeah.
You don't have to dig through the subtext there. No.
You don't have to invent a white protagonist to tell the story.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I can't wait for in 3 years when this gets turned into a movie and it wins the Oscar for Best Picture.
That's so. You saw the Elvis trailer with me.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of feels like that. It feels like they're telling the plight of African Americans
Through
Elvis's
Presley.
eyes.
Uh-huh.
That's what it felt like to me, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Hey, Tom Hanks. Hey, love you.
Hey, Baz Luhrmann.
Love you, man."
I think it could be that. I think it also could be telling the story of Elvis, but telling a more honest biopic.
Maybe.
Where it's going, no, he did, he stole black culture. That's what Elvis did.
It could be that.
And so,
that's not what I got from the trailer.
okay. Is you got...
It felt very much we're going to tell the story of segregation in the United States through the eyes of Elvis, a popular white man who was very successful.
Very successful because he stole from that very culture.
Because he stole from that. Yeah.
I don't know. It's just a trailer.
Yeah, it was just. But trailer people, bad job. You picked the wrong parts to show me and cut them together in a way that I don't very much like.
Yeah. But again, it's just a trailer.
But it is just a trailer.
What were the other trailers we saw? Saw Doctor Strange.
The like DC trailer of.
They just changed a bunch of the release dates.
They did. I saw that. Yeah. What else did we see? There was that one French folk horror movie.
That looked good. We saw Sonic.
Sonic
2.
Yeah.
With Idris Elba.
Sexy Knuckles. Yeah.
He said, "I'm not going to do a sexy voice."
Come
and everyone
on.
said, "You're wrong."
Idris, you couldn't do an unsexy voice if you tried. Everybody wants to jump your bones, Idris. Come on.
It's just a fact. There's nothing you can do about it.
It happens. It happens. Did you see that Florence Pugh is going to be in Dune 2?
I did see that Florence Pugh is going to be in Dune 2. But I've also, I don't know anything about Dune, but I've seen people talking about that casting and say that it's a similar role to the one Zendaya had in the first Dune, where she is in the movie. I don't think anyone would say Zendaya is not in the first Dune movie.
Right.
She is in it. However, she's in it for like 7 minutes out of like a 2.5 hour movie.
I think it's funny that they got Zendaya, Chalamet, and Florence Pugh, because that just feels like the holy trinity of older Gen Z bisexuals. That's just like, tell me your 3 celebrity crushes.
Zendaya, Timothée Chalamet, Florence Pugh. Yeah. I can't disagree with you there.
No, you can't. They're all
very attractive
people.
People. Yeah.
But it's just funny that they're like, hey,
so who
look
else
who we got.
Who else are they going to try and throw in to get
and
that
they also got
crowd?
Oscar Isaac, Daddy Evolution.
He's a Pokemon.
For the first one, yeah.
They did get the Daddy Evolution. He's a father.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to figure out who else they would get if they're trying to appeal to that same demographic. Like, I'm trying to picture one of those TikToks where it's like, sing along if you find them attractive. Elizabeth Olsen, maybe.
Yeah. I think Sebastian Stan is in there.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. I don't know. I'd have to ask.
Yeah.
An elder Gen Z bisexual.
Yeah.
So I've got some people I can call.
We have plenty.
I got some calls I can make. I'll come back to you with an answer here.
All right.
This episode is all over the place.
It is. That's okay.
I'm trying to get better about setting up the context for things. I did not do that this episode.
No, this is just Nightmare episode. This is Nightmare movie episode. We talked a lot about movies.
We did talk a lot about movies.
About bad, scary things.
Bad, scary things. Whether it be racism or large venomous spiders.
Yeah.
Both bad.
Yeah. What is your biggest nightmare?
When I was a kid, I had this recurring nightmare. It didn't happen like nights in a row, but I had this recurring nightmare where like I don't even know how to describe it. It was just like there was this evil man.
Okay. Do you have a description of the evil man?
Evil. only ever saw his eyes and his hand, kind of
Okay.
like in Inscription,
Got it.
which is a video game.
Uh-huh.
Context. And every time I would like, the dream was just, it was kind of like playing checkers, but not really. Like it was sort of like checkers, but in a dream. So like
Okay.
the rules are different. I couldn't tell you what the rules were, but
Right.
in the dream, I knew what I was doing.
Right.
And so like I would make a move, and then he would like look at me with his eyes and like counter that move in like a perfect way. And every time he countered me, all of my skin would inflate a little bit.
Ooh.
And then he kind of, and so I would just keep ballooning
Yikes.
until I popped, and that's when I woke up.
Oh, that's terrible.
It was so scary.
That is bad.
I had that, and then I had the other nightmare I had was I would be underneath. I don't think this is a real place that exists, but I would be underneath Princeton University,
Okay.
which I'm sure there is an underneath Princeton University,
Right.
but I certainly don't know what it looks like.
Yeah.
And it was like a bunch of like catacombs,
Uh-huh.
and there were werewolves trying to get me.
Okay. That was a little more goofy. A bit more on the zany side.
But I was still scared.
Yeah, I mean,
So scared. And I had the classic, you're in the back seat of a car, and then you look to see who's driving, and nobody's at the wheel, and then you crash.
got it.
I feel like a lot of people have had that one though. Have
Yeah.
you?
I haven't.
Oh, okay.
I also haven't had like the big ball chasing you until you.
Oh, the Indiana Jones Boulder Dream.
Yeah,
I've never had that
when
one.
I took
either.
a psychology course, a lot of people said that everybody has that dream. I've never.
I've
had
never
that
had
dream.
it. I guess I'm just different, you know. I got dreams about inflating while playing checkers.
What on the inflate? Like sometimes when I'm so tired and I close my eyes, I like it feels like I'm going like blowing up and then shrinking down, enlarging and shrinking really, really quickly, and that like I have to open my eyes. It drives
Yeah.
me so nuts.
It's scary. It's scary to be inflating.
Oh, and shrinking. Shrinking's not very fun either.
No. I want to be the size that I am
Yeah,
because I know it.
I can do most things at this size. Most things I'd say I could do everything I need to do as the size I am.
I don't want to be any bigger. I don't want to be any smaller.
God, no, I don't want to be any bit. Like, I don't even want to grow a little bit more.
Then you'd have to be an actor who played. I think like in 10 years, you will absolutely be getting casting calls to play like retired NBA players. Like I was watching the first episode of the Showtime Lakers show on HBO, and like I saw that the dude who plays Larry Bird, and I was like, oh yeah, not now. You're obviously not now,
Right.
But like, you could for sure play that role.
Okay.
Like for sure you could be Larry Bird. He's very like in the game, everyone like who knows him like about as a basketball player thinks he's like this good upstanding guy, but anyone who actually knows him behind the scenes, no, he's just like full of rage.
Okay.
And I think you could do that well.
You know what? Thank you.
Contain the rage and then smash your MVP trophy.
Do you like that show?
I thought it was great. I thought it was really well shot. It looks like it's all shot on film. I don't think it actually is, because that's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
But it's
And there's
like
software.
Yeah, there's like a color grade over it, and like a softness to all of it. And some of the shots, like have the little like I don't know how to describe it actually, but like on the screen, there's that little like square on the left side. I don't know what that is, but I think that's a film thing.
Mm-hmm.
Some of that has that. The fashion's great. The actor who plays Magic Johnson
Yeah.
is really good.
Okay.
Especially because I mostly know Magic Johnson as a kid who grew up in LA as like older Magic Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
So like I know that he was a basketball player.
Right.
And then I know him as part-time owner of the Dodgers and someone who's cool guy who shows up at events and all that
Right.
kind of stuff.
Right.
And so to see an actor playing like a young Magic Johnson,
Mm-hmm.
where like you know his trajectory already,
Right.
and like you're seeing, oh, this is how he got there.
Yeah.
It's very cool. John C. Reilly's great, unsurprisingly.
He never isn't.
And it's produced by Adam McKay, so there's some of those classic like cutaways talking directly into the camera. And I think some of those work, some of them don't for me.
Okay.
But yeah, I really like it. I'm excited for episode 2.
Right on.
Yeah.
And how do you feel this episode 2 went?
I feel like this was a good episode too.
Yeah,
I felt like we really showed what we're all about.
Yeah.
Talking.
Yeah.
Talking.
I know my secret word of the week this time. I didn't say it.
You didn't say it.
I
well,
didn't
that's
say it nearly.
Very secret.
No, I did say it. I know I said it.
Okay.
But it definitely didn't come out as much.
Okay.
As last week.
Gotcha. There is not a single comment on the first episode asking if they've guessed.
It'll come.
Okay. The people will want it, is what you're trying to say.
Yeah. If I artificially create demand,
it'll be there.
Eventually
it'll be there.
Somebody will nibble. Please nibble.
I was thinking about talking this episode about the current MLB situation.
Oh yeah.
But you said no sports.
But
so
too much sports this week.
We'll save it for next week.
Okay.
I was thinking maybe that could be our first Chicago pizza.
Oh, okay.
It's getting really into the nitty-gritty of what everyone wants.
How stupid owners are.
How I just want to go watch some dang baseball. And they won't let me.
They won't. Okay, we could do that.
Okay.
We could talk about baseball and
Freedom.
why rich people suck.
Yeah.
Sounds
I'm cool with
great.
that.
All right.
Thanks
Thanks for listening.
Thank you very much. Hopefully we'll see you next week.